You know, the more I trade and the more people ask me questions, the more things I think of a lesson. So, you know, I'm going to give a lesson today. People ask me, how do you offset, you know, when you're in a trade? Like, let's say you're in, let's not throw carbon under the bus, but let's say you're caught in a trade in carbon in your main or your overflow account, and it is gone the wrong way, right? It's down stage 2, stage 3, or something like that, right? Let's say you're in that sort of situation. Or it's in your own self-trading. That's what we kind of covered today. Going to be real quick. And I got my chart open here, and I've got purposely gone out there, and I'll just show you. I knew I can get out of this, no problem whatsoever. But I've gone and got a trade where it goes down the other way. So Surfing Life with Malcolm, here we go. Here's the lesson. Now, I'm not going to actually execute what I say because I had to let it happen, right? I wanted to let this happen. It's not a lot of money. It's only what, minus $232 in the upside down trade. And I know right now I'm on the London chart. Look, see here, London time, not London chart, sorry. London time. And guess what that means? Right here. 1 second. You guys want to close the window? My kids are having lunch inside and they made themselves homemade French fries, I'm telling you. Want to close the window? Thanks. So, sorry about that. I'm outside my outside office. They get excited in there. So, I've let this happen, but by letting it happen, I'm going to show you what you would do, how this would be. So, you know, the market is, I waited and caught the pump. I made money, and then I went, okay, this was the morning market. I'm going to get in. See, it's up equal to up in the highs here. So I knew it was going to come back down, right? It's an exercise for you guys. I'll know I'll get out of this without, why did I not do what I'm about to tell you? Because I know London's coming online, and London will drive this thing back up, right? But here we go. Here's what you do. So let's pretend, hang on, let's do this. Okay, we just, what was that Australian actor? Oh, God, you got to think of him long before. Mel Gibson came along 30, 40 years later, and he was a lookalike. Rod. Come on, you guys will help me out. I'm old, man. I'm in my 60s. Mel Gibson's a dead lookalike for him 40 years after the fact. So if you believe in reincarnation, it's Mel reincarnated. But he starred in a movie called The Time Machine. So we just did The Time Machine. So here we are. Right, here's all the time that's passed since this would have been midnight, London time, not my time. I was not up at midnight, right? No, here's my time. I'm going to get you guys really confused. You go and trade on the, I move my charts, right? So this here was 8 o'clock this morning. I got these, you know, I got the first Tokyo pump. Here's the Singapore pump. See those markets? I went, great, made some money, so now I said I'm going to let this thing run out over the day so I can teach you guys a lesson. I know I'll come back out of it. So let's pretend we're at here in time. So how do we do that? We just do this, right? Here we are, we're at here in time. And so you're a silly fella, and you're like most minions, and you jump in when the market's at the highest, right? Let's say this happens. I don't care how the scenario plays out. There are people in trades that are in stage 2, 3, or 4, or whatever. So how can you move this? All right, I'm going to show you. So now we start to go. How can I? Okay, this is not working. Okay, let's just go back here. All right, sorry about that. I'm trying to make it like it's real time for you. I'll forget. So let's say we're here. Forget about all this chart. Has not happened. Okay, we're here. So now it's going south on you, right? And you realize, and you go check your 1 hour, your 2 hour, and your 6 hour, and they're all red, and the red army's winning, and you go, wow, it's against the direction. I don't care what happens. It's going to keep going down. Yes, it'll come back eventually. Yes, carbon money manages and gets me out of it, but I'd like to get out earlier, or I'd like to free up capital. I'd like to. So, you know, you can. Here's what you can do. As it goes down, you can dip into your wallet over here and buy a new position, right? Right? You're not opening a brand new trade this level. You're going and adding. So let's say you were here for 100 units. you go and you add the same amount and you buy a whole new position. So that's like reaching in your back pocket and spending the money out of your balance. But you don't need to do that. Okay, here's what you do. You're down to here. And you realize, okay, it's going the wrong way. You go check your 1, 2 hour and 6 hour. Red Army's winning. It's going to keep on going down for some time. It's not technical analysis, TA, right? That's just common sense. If you follow my channel, follow what I teach you, that's common sense. The Red Army took over. They're going to keep going at least for an hour. Could be for 2 hours, right? We don't know. So, you, right here, you realize you're in trouble. So let's make this big. Let's go over here. Let's make this big for you guys on little laptops and that. Right here, you go and you, instead of just handing money over to get this to move down a little bit, you open up a short. If you got the money, you open up a short for the same amount, right? 16,888, right? So I'm trading with quite a large amount here, 16,888. So that's a 4,000 order value. So that's only $401, right? So you go, okay, I'm not going to do it, but you go, boom, I'm going to open up a short. So I open up a short here on a 1 minute chart here. I'm doing that so I can show you in a quicker time, because this doesn't play out over hours and hours and hours. And now it starts drop. It keeps on dropping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 odd minutes. And you can tell, the money flow here, there's no money. It's all come to a grinding halt here. The RSI, the money flow, everything has gone to where it's all coming to a grinding halt. So you know it's going to stop, right? So you're not trying to go all the way. You just go, great, close the short. Close the short, all right? And you did that, and you won $50 back. Shouldn't use that. We're not gambling. You earned on that short, $50, right? So what you go and do is, you go take, because that's kind of free money, right? We would not have been in that trade. So you go and take that $50 you earned, put it in here in the amount of coin, do the math, right? 23 cents a coin times $50, you do the math. You put that amount in here, and then you open along. And what will happen is, you're opening along, you're here, right? Well, sorry, you're here, right? We rode this down, we took the profit from the short, our long is still open, and we take that profit, convert it to coins, and take a position. And what happens is, let's go to my tools, and usually don't have my tools showing. Let's just do a horizontal line. So instead of your entry point being here, Kevin explains this, now your entry point moves down, right? And it's going to move down like, let's just do examples. Boom, there's your new entry point. So now you're not so far upside down. You're here. So the market's only got to come back up to here to break even and get out of this thing without costing you a cent. Now, if you go on stage 2 in money management, that's what the carbon money management does. Stage 1, it goes to 5%. Stage 2, it repurchases the same amount, 100%, in a position. So it lowers your entry point. But instead of what we're doing is, we're not going to reach into our pocket and use our balance to repurchase. We're going to earn that money in a short, take that profit, and use it for the repurchase price to open the long. So we just moved the entry point down. So now we know the Red Army's still winning. The market's going to keep going. So we just be patient. We wait, and then it turns again. How do we know it's going to turn again? We have a look at our indicators, right? I've got all the Bollinger Bands, everything off. I just want this to be so clear for you. And we take a short here. And we come down and we make ourselves, so not quite $50, we make ourselves $25, $27 on this dip here. We go, great. You just close, you don't get greedy and try and hang on. Great. Thank you. And you go and you buy yourself $25 that you just earned on this short. You could go, I could just keep it in my balance and try and offset it. But you might as well, it might be quite a few days before this market gets all the way back up here for you. It's not for me. It's going to happen pretty quick. So you go and you convert your $25 into the coin and you get the amount and you open along. And what happens there? Can I just drag this? Will that happen? Yeah. And it brings it down lower yet. Point of entry. So now we just hold the fort, and then it stopped, just ranging, and we go again, and we take a short. So it's like we're going to buy and lower our entry point, but that money's gone. We're going to earn it really quickly. So we go and open a short, and we ride it out. So now we just rode this amount out. We just rode, 50, say $75. I'm just rounding figures off for you, right? It's pretty simple. So we just rode $75 worth of profit, and we closed the sale. Got it? So we take that 75 at 24 cents a coin, and we put in the amount of coins. I've got this sitting here because I want to blast up when London takes off. So we take that $75 we just earned in a short. We didn't reach into our wallet and go and just repurchase in. We've earned that money in a short, and we take it and we use it to repurchase in. So we take a long, and what happens is we just moved our point of entry down again. Now we're getting close, right? We're getting so close to getting out of this because we're here. This hasn't happened yet. So now the market starts to rebound. Then we go, wow, I'm doing good. I'm going to break even, get out of here. Or if it keeps going, I'm into profit here. Instead of waiting for the whole market to retrace back here to the original entry and get back into profit. Got it? So we've lowered our point of entry, so we're either get out, break even, or stay in and get into profit. You see the strategy here? But that doesn't happen, right? It keeps dropping. Because we know the Green Army, but while I've been talking, it's coming up a lot. So we know the Green Army's losing, even though we've had this 5-10 minute rally. And it turns, we're way at the top. We can see this, right? You don't have to be a superstar. You just go, okay, great. I'm going to take some money again, which is out of your balance, obviously. But you're going to put it to work. You're not just purchasing a position. You're going to use that money. You're going to open the short. So we go over, open the short, and away it goes. Now that is a major shift. There's, if the other ones were 25 and 50 and that one was 75, here we got $100 this time, right? So we got $100 earned in the short. We close the sale. Close it here, right? We go here, bam. It's at the bottom, right? I don't wait for the bands to cross or anything. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. Great. I'm not greedy. I could get a little more. Or I could get caught out, right? Boom, took it. And now I got 100. Let's just do that. So we take 100 times whatever the price is. We figure out what the coins are. Or you can just do it by doing it here, right? And that amount. And what do? We purchase along, even though we're way down here. And what happens? Well, let's go back here. And we just got ourselves, right, all the way down here, and we just repurchased, and now what happened? That's a major shift. We just dropped this thing all the way down, right? It won't always get to the bottom, but we just moved it, now we've repurchased, and we're 3 times what our original rate was up here just on this one. And we still have not used up any of our original balance. We have just been taking the profit from this short, the profit from this short, the profit from this short, right? Don't get on there and start doing the math and going, that's not correct. I'm just doing an example, dragging a line, okay? So, now, we're here, and we're much, much closer. And look what happens. Now the market starts to rebound. Boom, we're in profit. And it's up to us now. We can go, great, I am so glad to free up all that money out of my main account or out of my overflow account that was tied up in a trade. Even though Carbon will money manage you out of that, lots of people are impatient in trading, right? We have 100% win rate. That doesn't mean we pick 100% winners. That's impossible. Nobody can do that, right? You know that. Come on. 100% win rate, if you're talking to someone that's interested in participating in Carbon, 100% win rate means, yeah, the market does go against us. That's just an occurrence. That's going to happen. Nobody can be perfect. But what we do is we money manage our way out of it. Carbon does. for us. But if you want to get out faster in the money management, you adopt this strategy, right? But rather than, instead of an endless supply on your balance and dipping into it and repurchasing your position and moving it down by spending your own money, which will get you out eventually and you end up getting it back, don't touch that. Just go out there, put an initial amount in, earn it in a short, and repurchase the position down to that. Now go get another the same like initial amount you can afford, earn it in a short, earn more money, go buy your position down, right? Like we did. You know, we were here originally, and we moved it down to like here, and then we moved it down to like here, and then we moved it to here, and now we moved it to here, right? Now all of a sudden the market comes up, and instead of just breaking even, we're out in profit, and all we've done is use the profits from each of these shorts, and we've got our profit back plus our initial investment, and when we're in stage 3 or stage 4. And things are great, right? Things are cool. So now let's drag it over to real time. Let's say you didn't. You got greedy and went, I'm staying in. You know, you shouldn't. You should be going, thank goodness. I freed up my dough and I can go again. But it's a still red army, and you were greedy and you stayed in. It went against you. Well, what would you do? You'd open a short. You go and open a short for, a substantial amount, not the little tiny 1 cent thing. Take it like nearly as much as you're in here or whatever it is. And you're going to open a short, and down it goes again. We take the profit, right? We take that. I'm just repeating the lesson. We're going to take the profit from opening this short, and we're going to go and use that profit to equal whatever it says for coins. Say 25. Let's say you got $100. What have you done? You just bought 400 coins. 400. Open a long, and all of a sudden, by opening that long again, you just move the entry point down again. Now you're at a position where it's like, wow, I'm pretty close to being out of this thing. Now, I could have done that on this over, what time period is this? For 6 hours. Have I let it run for long enough? Yeah, let it run for long. I thought I'd be in, well, I was. I picked it around 12. There's 12. Okay, all right. I got 4 kids, homeschooling, all that stuff's middle of the day, Wednesday. I'm telling you, life's really changed for me. I thought being a dad in my 60s would, for the first time, it'd just be an easy ride, and I'd be patient. I never planned on COVID, never planned on my children being home for 2.5 years. Now, look, flatten the curves. It's going to be over in 2 weeks. That was, for us here where I live in the southwestern Pacific Islands, that was December 2019. Not 2.5, 2.25 years for us. My goodness. So glad I got this, hey? Plan B, go out there. Besides, I got news today. I have 2 nutritional companies that pay me 4 figures a week in checks, each one of them. And one of them I just found out today is closing the stores on Saturday. I have inside scoop. Can't say anything. I'm going to squander the money away. I'm so glad I'm generating this income. Look, here, look at this. Okay? Look, I'll just do something here. I'm going to go. Shouldn't be playing the fool. I shouldn't. I would say, show you right here, but it's a little late. I'd go, wow, I'm going to jump in and grab a short. Look, I'm pretty sure. Is this the London dump? What's the time? Yeah, it's probably the London dump instead of yeah. Well, no, I'm not jumping the gun. They're just jumping out. So you see the lesson? Great lesson, right? See how we repurchased our position from way up here, all the way down to here, and got ourselves at a point of being back in the, well, actually I opened this one up and came down here. But see what we've done? Very simple, right? You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Such a good lesson. What Kevin teaches you is correct. Everything Kevin teaches you is correct. But some of you are so impatient. Well, I don't want to wait. I'm upside down. All my trades are in a position. So rather than some people go, okay, I'm just going to throw more money at it and get myself out. Don't. Just take one set of money, buy yourself a position going against where you are in the thing. You don't have to wait till you're stage 4. Start doing it when it starts going the opposite way. Well, what account do you use? Not the same account. You use a beyond the bot, right? Your third sub account, separate, complete account from this, and go back over and purchase back in again, right? Don't be trying to, well, I guess you could, but what you could be doing is as this no, don't do that. Always go and use a separate sub account. Okay, let's stay. Here's a bit more. It's 20 minutes, man. It goes on too long. Okay, why would you not use that main account? Because you're already complaining that your money's tied up. If you use that main account and did this, and tied that money up in this short, what could happen is you might need to move from stage 2 to stage 3. So that means Carbon Money Management would have to access the available balance to move it from 5x to 2.5x. And you may not have enough money because you've used it for this short. And it's tied up in it. Now you're going to liquidate, right? So you never do it in the same account. If you're going to do this strategy I'm teaching you, you never do it in the same account. You go and do it in your separate account, whether it's your overflow or your beyond the bot, right? Got that? How would you have extra money? Because you should have money in your spot wallet, right? In your assets, you should keep some cash in your spot wallet. So you always got something for a rainy day to get yourself out of a pickle. So what we do, let's do a brief recap. We took a position, and the position started to go the wrong way on us. So we realize here. So we go check 1 hour. Right, let's go over here. I'll show you. We check the 1 hour. Right? That's red. We check the 2 hour. It's red. 3 of them. Not very strong, but they're still red. And the 6 hours red. It's not very strong, but that doesn't matter. What's it mean when 1, 2, and 6 hour? This is the most common thing in trading. It's a red army. The red army's winning. It's a direction is red. The direction the tide is going out. The money's flowing this way. There's more guys selling than there is buying. I don't care how good a trader you are. You will never, ever, ever out-trade that. That will beat you and hand you your backside every single time. 100% of the time. You cannot do it. Right? We're so lucky in Carbon. If we get in where we're a green army's winning, the direction's green, and then for some reason it triggers a sale and it goes the other way. There's, some silly Biden announcement or Putin in Ukraine or whatever it is, a Fed and a CPI comes out. Like the world is the world, man. It controls money and what goes on. It creates events. An event happens and it turns the course and goes the other way. You got that? Now you know this is the way it's going. If it's red, 1, 2, and 6 hours, that's the market direction. That's the most basic rule in finance. And you cannot change that. You got to ride that out, right? Could last for an hour till the next red 1 hour candle turns green, but that's still not going to, that's just stemming the flow because the 2 and 6 hours still there. You got to get all 1, 2, and 6 hour red to all be turned green to when it's completely turned and going to keep running back the other way. So we know that's the case. We go check and we go, wow, red army's winning. All right, I'm confident then. Yeah, I know. If it's the red army, you know what I'm talking about, you guys, right? You're in my Telegram group. What? That then I can take this short. The next short coming, I can take it. So I take that short. I open a short. I take it. Close to the same amount of money you got here because you want to get that. You want to be having, you got, wow, I've got as much profit as I'm upside down here. I could just balance them out and close them, walk away breaking even, or I could stay in this and get my money. So you take that money, you go over, you put the equal amount in the coin, and you open, let's do this, this is up here, right? We haven't done it. And you open a new long, which takes your entry point and pulls it down. So now you're down here, but the market's all the way here. This is where the market is. So you go, great, I just moved it, a third of the way. I'm getting closer. So you hang on, it's still red market, right? Still red army. The market is still going down. You cannot beat it. 1 hour, 2 hour, 6 hour. So what do? You wait until it's ready and you know it's turning and you go, great, starting again. I'm taking a short because you can tell it's just going to keep going. If it's 1 hour, 2 hour, and 6 hour candles are red, the market is going to stay. Even here, you don't worry because you go here and you look, and 1 hour, 2 hour, and 6 hour are still red. Guess what? It's just a rally. The red guys ran out of ammunition. There's not enough diesel to keep their tanks going. They ran out of water. They're waiting. They're hiding in the bushes. And the green guys come running back and drive them back for a little bit. But then the diesel fuel shows up, or the artillery shows back up, or the bullets will show up, or the water shows up, and they go, come on, boys, let's go again. because it's red 1, 2, and 6 hours, and the tide's going out, and they drive them back. So we take the profit from this, and we go back over, we convert it to the coin for an equal amount, we open along, and what happens? We just dragged our point of entry down again. Now we're getting close to the entry point. It comes up, and we go, well, I'm going to get it. Oh, I just missed out. Not there. So we know it turns, right? Here it is. We check this out. We check this out. We go, it's turning. I know I don't have to time it exactly. You don't have to. Why? Because the red army is winning, right? Still 1, 2, and 6 hour red and strong. So what do? We open up a short, and we stay in it till we get down to where we get a couple of green candles. Okay, I'm out. I don't have to wait. I don't have to maximize. Boom. Thank you very much. Take that profit. Buy amount of coins for the quantity. Open along in that position. And what just happened? You just moved it down again closer. Now you're at a point when this thing starts turning around. You're getting really close to getting back out of profit. Or, right, we get onto this one. And you start taking it, and you start taking them, and all of a sudden you've moved it to where now when it comes back you're in profit. And you close it, and you got all the money back that was tied up in this position, and you also made profit at the same time, and you never dug into your wallet and spent money just buying your position down. All right, you got that? So fantastic, 26 minutes. It's going to be a 6-minute lesson. All right, Surf and Life from Malcolm. Go back and replay it as many times as you want. Good for you guys. Thanks a lot. Hey, Carbon, I'm telling you. Look, you know what I'm going to start doing? Put my, I'm going to put my link, if you're some new person that stumbled across this, my link here, I'll put the description below. In the, for Carbon, you can go look at some videos and see some webinars and have a look how it works. And I guess by now, what should be up here, somewhere right around this point here. Here's me on the motorcycle. Go ahead and subscribe. Go over here and click on this playlist and see all the other ones. Make sure you hit the notification bell down here so you stay updated and you get a message when YouTube loads up another video. Surf and Life, man. That's what I'm doing. And in 3 months I've made more money in this than I'm making in my network marketing teams that have got thousands. Well, we've got 10, 12, 15,000 odd members. A lot of work to build a team like that, and I go out and use a little bit of money and start it. Okay, great. Well, one last thing. Remember, I started this Monday. It's Wednesday, and I said, okay, I'll prove to you guys with a little balance of 1,000. I'll do this week with $1,000, just 1,000, that a little guy can get going with a little balance, and you can make Carbon work for you, and utilizing what I teach you. So trading with Carbon. Auto trading and beyond the bot. Oh, what's this? Okay, sorry. 1,621. So where am I? Monday, Tuesday, and today's Wednesday lunchtime. 2.5 days. More $621 profit on the initial $1,000. You can do it. All right. Look at that. I bet you go minus 293. Let's do an exercise for you guys. I'll get this back. I know. Hey, you do not worry about that. This thing will take off and turn and come up with London or come up with New York, or I'll just apply this strategy right starting now each time and buy my way back down and be out of it again. Anyway, there you go. You can do it. 28 minutes. See you on the other side. No. What do we used to say in Thailand? See you next life. Because they believe in reincarnation. See you next life.